Gosh, so I think it really would depend on the situation. So burnout itself is actually a psychological condition and it can be medically diagnosed and often leads to things
Interesting.
like not just emotionally you're not that interested in your job, but it can lead to physiological changes where people even need to do medical leave for a while to rest, to restore, to have their brain function more properly. Sometimes they have adrenal fatigue. So there's like a whole bunch of actual physiological changes that happen in people when they're burnt out beyond just like, oh, I'm bored of my job. So burnout, I would say, is like a more extreme thing of disengagement. When you're looking at something like silent quitting, there could be so many different reasons for that. So, I mean, they could be burnt out. It could be they're bored by their job. It could be they just realized that this was a really convenient way to make money and not have to do a lot of work. It could be that they're really interested in something else and they started a side hustle and they're spending time on their side hustle or some of their passion or whatever they want to do. It could be that they're just bad at time management and they find it really difficult to work remotely and to be productive. There's a lot of people I work with who when they start haven't been very productive at work. It's not because they're burnt out and it's not because they don't want to do a good job. They just find it really hard to manage their time. And when they're working remotely, they don't have any structure. No one notices if they're in work at the right time. No one around them is working. No one notices if they take a nap. No one sees if they're watching TV. No one knows if they're on their phone. And it's just hard. And so maybe it would come across as silent quitting, but they're not, they feel badly about it. They don't actually want to be doing this. They just don't know how to be different. And so that's how I end up working with them. So I think burnout and silent quitting could be the same thing, but I don't think they're always the same thing because there can be a lot of different motivations there. And I would say burnt out people usually are people that typically do try really hard and actually want to do a good job. And that's part of why they get burnt out because they push themselves versus silent quitting. You could have some people like that, but you probably have a whole lot of other people that, for whatever reason, have decided that they're just not going to be working as much as probably they should.